Hey guys, it's Shauna from Heritage Creations Cut Flowers, and it is January 30th, and believe it or not, we have been planting today and yesterday. I got in 3 trays from Farmer Bailey that I was going to get 1 tray that was 210 and 1 tray that was 128 of Lysianthus. And then you need 3 trays in order to place your order. So I got 1 tray of snapdragons because I have, if you listen to my other ones, decided that I'm really not going to try and start snapdragons from seed anymore. I don't know what my problem is. A lot of people can start it really well and they do really well with it. I'm terrible. I can get several plants to come up, and I'll show you this here in a bit, but it requires a lot of trays for me to get a good stand of snapdragons because I get like 50% germination. So I have to start a lot in order to get a decent stand of snapdragons. And then I have to baby them and all these things. When I can just get a 210 plants ordered in a plug tray, and I mean, granted, they're small, but I mean, they look really good for like $60. And if you think about it, the time, the energy, the labor, and the seeds, and the cost of your soil, and all the things that it takes you to start these plants, buying the plugs is economical. Okay, so I was talking about the snapdragons. What I'm going to show you now, I'm going to show you snapdragons that I grew from seed, and then snapdragons that I've had from plugs, and the plugs I just got in. And you'll see the difference. Why I've decided I probably will not start my own snapdragons anymore. All of these snapdragons, can you see, not looking so beautiful. And actually, just yesterday, some of these were falling over so hard, like these right here. This one right here. I came and cut. I don't know. I was trying to decide about that one. Obviously, I left it. That one's not looking too lovely. These are all the ones that I started from seed. Look at that one. That one. It's already bent over. Okay, so see, they're doing this, some of them. Do you see that? Where it's just already just bent over. So I might as well just pinch that off. I think that's going to help. Okay. This is my snapdragon row. Some of them are super tiny. And in the same row, I've got a couple that look really good. Several that look good. Then super tiny, like what the heck is going on here? And that one just looks ugh. You see all of this? Probably should just pinch this one out. I mean, look at this. I am going to pinch that one out. Okay. That's a pretty good look at my row. Now let me give you a look at, these are the plugs. Now I planted these plugs pretty much at the same time that I planted those that I showed you over there. These were all planted about the same time. But these came as a plug. Yeah, I mean, there's some like, yeah, what the heck's that one doing? But in general, as a whole, these All are pretty uniform, about the same height, looking kind of bushy. All, again, the same height and looking good. So, and I spent a lot of time starting those seeds, getting those seeds even to the point to transplant out. And these look way better. Over here, these are the little baby snapdragons that I just got as plugs. Got these that we just planted out. Oh, there's some hardneck garlic in the middle. We had this row ready, and so we just decided to put them in here, even though there was garlic in the middle. I had seeded, direct seeded right here and back there. It didn't take, so that's why this is open. So then we just stuck these snapdragons in here. So now these are lavender snapdragons, and these are campanula. This is campanula that I got as plugs, planted at the same time as the snapdragons. So hopefully, I don't know, I've never planted campanula, so I'm not really sure what it's supposed to look like. I do see a lot of yellow leaves, so don't know if I'm a good campanula grower yet, but we shall see. The verdict is still out on that, but that's what's at the end of this row. And then we've got the baby. So just planted out and planted out in the fall. So there you go. There's the difference on that. So again, I'm hoping for a succession, whereas this will bloom first, and then, you know, later on we'll have this, and this will be looking good, and this will bloom. So I've never done a succession of snapdragons before. It's always just been the fall planted stuff. Once that blooms, I cut that, and then that's it. But I really want to try and have more snapdragons, because you can always use snapdragons. They fill out a bouquet so well, and I would actually like to sell more to florists, and florists can always use snapdragons. So this is an experiment, and I will, you know, report back on how this goes. Can I successfully do successions of snapdragons? We've got the overwintered snapdragons here, and then we have the very early spring planting of snapdragons, and I would like to do one more planting of snapdragons. Snapdragons are one of those that really like a cool start, and then they like the cool weather. So I can't really go all the way into summer because it gets so hot here. But if I could do like 3 successions and get pretty far into the summer with snapdragons, that would be pretty cool. But I don't know, I've never tried it. I've only done just my fall planting of snapdragons, and that's been it. So we'll see how that goes. It's all an experiment around here these days. Like I said, I would like to start selling more to florists. I do think that I could do that, meaning I could cut for the florists at the beginning of the week and sell to them, and then do my farm stand at the end of the week, because I do lose a lot of blooms in that I only cut 1 day a week for the farm stand at the end of the week, whereas I could definitely do 2 cuttings, and then the flowers would produce more and I would sell more. So that's the hope there. So we shall see. He thinks he should come in the garden and help. And he's mad. He can't come in.